All right, I'm on a short business trip in Boca Raton, Florida, and I thought I'd do a video just to kind of discuss some things that are going on with my channel since I can't make any bike videos today, but I really wanted to ride Santos, Florida on the way down, but it just got to be somewhat of a hassle to bring the bike and shower at the trailheads to get dressed for my meeting that was at 2:30 this afternoon. So as much as I really wanted to ride the XTC Plus at Santos, it didn't happen today. So I just did a gravel road ride before I left this morning to get some miles in. And by the way, if you've never been to Santos in Florida, it's a really amazing trail system. I've heard from guys that ride in other parts of the country, like up in North Carolina, who say that Santos is one of their favorite places to ride. It's got a lot of extreme stuff that I won't ride, some 30-foot gap jumps that they don't even have open unless they have an ambulance on site. So it's got quite a variety. It's got like amazing cross-country trails. Like you could do a 50-mile cross-country ride. So like I said, I just wanted to discuss some things going on with the channel. First of all, I mentioned in one of my recent videos, the last one that I did, I think, that I was thinking about setting up a Patreon account. I did do that, and I really hesitated to do that for the main reason that I don't want people to think that I'm just doing this for money, because anything that I get from that account will go back into testing the bikes. But the more I get into this Plus bike thing, first of all, getting the Plus bike, buying a bike just for testing, I have thoroughly enjoyed it. And so it's kind of new for me, for my channel. And the more I get into it, the more I want to do things like try different rims or tires. Several of you have mentioned getting a power meter for the bike. That's not in the budget, but if I can get some funding to do these kind of tests, would be awesome. I know a lot of you guys out there want to know about, what is a lighter weight wheel set going to do on that bike? Because here's the thing is, when I did my last tests with that bike as tubeless, I could not believe that on the hilly lap, I was only 7 seconds slower than my Niner RKT 9 RDO. What would a bike like that be like with a set of carbon wheels? That would be pretty amazing. So, excuse me. So, those are the kind of things that I want to test, and that's why I set up the Patreon account. I thought about doing GoFundMe, but that's kind of used for kids dying of cancer and really, just tear-jerking causes, and I didn't want to do that. Patreon's kind of unique that it's like a monthly thing. I'm just learning about it, guys, so I don't mean that. But from what I understand, it's like you say I'm going to do $1 a month or something like that. Sorry, I had to get some water. That's what happens when you eat chips right before you do a video. Tap water, because this is how you know you're in Boca Raton. Boca Raton. $9 for a bottle of Evian hotel water. That's crazy. Anyway. So Patreon is it's a monthly thing, which I kind of wish it wasn't like that. I kind of wish you could just say, hey, I'm gonna give $5 to Bike Research. But it is a monthly thing, but you can stop it whenever you want. So if anybody wants to, fund the channel $5 or $10 or whatever, and then just cancel the monthly thing, that's cool. If you want to do 10 cents a month, whatever. I have no idea where this is going to go, but if it takes off, one thing that I thought would be cool, and this is way down the road, and don't quote me that I'm going to definitely do that, but one thing that would be cool is to do like a demo fleet. So instead of selling bikes, if enough comes in through Patreon, to keep the bikes and have them as a demo fleet for people who want to come ride and test bikes. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking. The other thing is, kind of giving away some of the gear I get to test to some of the higher Patreon donors. Just stuff that's going through my head. But anyway, Patreon account set up. Clint, it's patreon.com/ClintG, and I'll link it below. So you know, don't worry. This is still college football. I do this for the passion. This isn't the pros. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it because I love cycling and I love gear and I love helping people. So that's my channel. Nothing's going to change. I can promise you. So other things that are going on in the channel. So with the Plus bike, I'm calling April cross country month for that bike because everything I'm doing right now is geared towards cross country lap times and stuff like that. Starting in kind of early May, mid-May at the latest, we're going to be focusing on trail. And I have a trip plan. I just booked with a VRBO, a house in North Carolina, going to be riding around the Brevard area. DuPont State Forest, one of the best mountain biking destinations in the country. If you haven't been there, go. Amazing views, amazing waterfalls, awesome trails, lots of variety. So I'll be testing the Plus bike there and bringing my Trance. Hopefully testing the Plus bike. I've got to be able to get it up there. So I'll probably have to take my own vehicle so I can bring 2 bikes. Also, I wanted to mention that, you know, the tubes coming out of the Plus bike, I was surprised at how much faster it is. I'm not surprised, actually. I mean, 1.1 pounds rotational weight. The Plus bike was almost as fast as my Niner. Crazy. And the other thing that I want to mention, a lot of people have said that watching my GoPro footage, my trails are really flat. They're actually not. It's really, really difficult to see elevation change in a GoPro video. Now, I'm in South Florida. It's like a different country down here. In fact, let me show you the view from my hotel room. So this is the view from the 18th floor of my hotel room. This is South Florida. This is not where I live. It's beautiful, though. So where I ride at San Velasco and Santos and all that, there are sections with hills, more so than you can tell in the GoPro footage. And it's also more rooty than you can see. You can't see roots on a GoPro video. The trails I ride are actually pretty rooty. They're not rocky, but they are pretty rooty. I'll be in the rocky stuff in June when I head up to North Carolina. The last thing I want to mention in this video is how I deal with comments on my channel. So fortunately, my channel right now is small enough to where I can pretty much read every comment. I use the YouTube Creator Studio app that just kind of gives me a feed of comments, so I don't have to go to every video. And I try my best to read every comment. I really do. And I try my best to respond to any sensible comment. Every once in a while you get some Yahoo that just puts some crazy comment out there. And by the way, I do have the authority and power to delete comments. So if you just put an absolutely just critical, you know, no basis behind your comment, you're just criticizing me or someone else, and I see it, I delete those because, you know, and if you get on there and just start dropping F-bombs on my comments, I delete it because I want my channel to be, I want all ages to be able to be passionate about cycling and learn from YouTube. So that's kind of how I gear my channel. I want my son to be able to read my channel's comments. So anyway, if you get out there and just blast profanity, I'll delete your comment. But I say this to say that I do try to read every comment, and I try my best to respond. One guy put a comment the other day that he was unsubscribing because I didn't reply to his comment. I have a full-time job. I have 2 kids, a wife, and I ride a lot. So I just can't. There are times and seasons where I just don't respond to a comment. With the Plus bike project, it's been real popular, and there's been a lot of opinions, a lot of comments. So I can't guarantee that I can reply to every comment. I mean, listen, I subscribe to some tech guys. You know, obviously there's a ton more volume with tech stuff. I've put out comments and questions on these tech sites, and I've never gotten a response, but you know, they have millions of subscribers, so I get it. But anyway, sorry if I can't respond to a comment because I'm traveling or in a busy season, but I do my best. So that's my channel updates, channel rambling for today. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one.